Welcome to another episode of GEQ Speaks, your go-to platform for insightful conversations, captivating stories, and thought-provoking discussions. GEQ is a series of experiences, and we're just making sense of that as we go along. That is what we're doing here, one conversation at a time. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into our episode. So welcome, Farkhunda and Mahwash. We're so excited to have you. Yay. So our favorite duo, voted by the senior class committee, actually. How do you guys feel about that title?
Honestly, for me, it was unexpected. Yeah. Because there were so many other, strong candidates. Okay. I was like, there's no way we're going to win. But here we are.
And also, Farkhunda and I really don't talk about our friendship that much. It just naturally comes. I don't think we're always together like other duos. We don't really walk and do everything together. Okay. We're very different and etc. So we really didn't expect it.
Yeah.
But we're kind of glad we got it. So people in Georgetown really know us. That it's been 10 years, I guess.
Yeah, congratulations. I mean, this episode is dedicated to your friendship. So maybe we'll start with a brief introduction. So who's Mahwash and who's Farkhunda? If you can tell the listeners and people who are watching us.
You want to start?
Oh, you go first.
No, I think you should go first.
Oh, actually, I'm the older, so I think I should.
Go
Hi, guys. My name is Mahwash. I studied international economics and energy here in Qatar. And it's been 4 years I'm here.
And I'm Farkhunda. Majored in culture and politics, certificate in American studies, and class of 2026. Yeah.
We made it, guys.
We made it.
Yeah, we really did.
Today marks 1 week since grad.
Don't say that. Guys.
It's okay. Let's just...
Crazy.
The days will pass, guys. But what's interesting is that you guys held the 10-year friendship. I need to delve into that right now. So let's start from the beginning of everything. You guys told me, and I think you guys remember this conversation we've had on a Quest bus. So it was our freshman year.
Yes.
And I remember meeting both of you guys together. And I was like, so what's your story?
Yeah.
How come you guys are a package deal coming together? And I remember you guys telling me about boarding school, about being from Afghanistan. But maybe let's start from day one. When did you guys exactly meet?
So actually, Farkhunda and I grew up really differently. If you go back, my family moved a lot. I was in Iran, and then I went back to Kabul after a couple of years, 6 years, and then I started studying in Afghanistan. And then when I was in 6th grade, we had this opportunity where there was a scholarship to this boarding school in India. It's called the Khan Academy Hyderabad. And out of a lot of people, Farkhunda and I applied, and there was a lot of people. It was over 300, 400 people, and I remember Farkhunda and I clicked immediately. We were just doing a lot of things together. I don't know if you remember. We would it was very intense. The whole process was really intense, and then we would get breaks, and then Farkhunda and I would go to the shop together to get something. And there was another girl too.
Yeah, it was a big group. You can imagine, it was 500 kids, sitting for this exam over a couple of weeks and months.
Yeah.
So in that time, it's kind of and you're you're 11 years old. You're trying to find friends and everything. And I remember Mahwash, she's always the extroverted one. And I remember this one time she was I don't know if she was singing something or something. And there were a lot of kids around her. And I was wait, she's kind of cool and everything. So no, it was, I think that's how it all started.
Yeah. And this was exactly over 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
This was probably April of 2016.
Yeah.
And then what the other cool thing is that our moms also clicked.
Yeah.
So there was another girl, her mom and mine, and then we would always every time we go there, of course we were 10, so our moms would come and then they would wait for us, and then they're talking to each other, and then it's us coming into the. It was really cute,
and it was so insane because we didn't know who got selected towards the end. They didn't tell us. We were just told, you got selected for the program, and in a couple months, you're going to fly out and everything. And then one day they were we want all of you guys to meet each other. And then we just ended up in the same location, and it was so crazy when we saw each other. We were oh, we got it, yay! But at that time, we didn't know what we got ourselves into, We were okay, we got the scholarship, we're going to go somewhere else, but it never really clicked to us that it's going to turn into something that we're going to cherish for so long and like make it to 10 years, like 2026. Who would have thought? Like, I don't think any of us in 2016 thought that we would make it to 2026 together.
No, I love that. So it's almost an anniversary for you guys.
Yeah.
No, I love it. And I think like maybe the situation in Afghanistan was very unstable. I mean, I can imagine.
Yeah.
But I know you guys lived it. So the situation for women, for females, obviously everybody wants to get an education. Everybody wants to get an opportunity. So that's something also to admire. When you guys made the decision to like go for boarding school, was it just on a whim? What exactly were you thinking? Was it just something that your parents pushed you towards? Was it something that you imagined yourself pursuing?
For me personally, I think the idea of like going abroad is very idealized back home. And that was something that was kind of like fed into my mind, but also the reality of like, if I were to get an education in Afghanistan, it wouldn't really get me that far. So it was mostly a push from my parents' side, and I kind of did understand their reasoning, but I don't think I fully grasped what it meant to like leave home. To me, it was like, okay, you're going to go to a new country, you're going to experience new culture, and like you're going to, there's going to be so many opportunities for you, but I didn't really understand what that meant. For me, it was just the excitement of like leaving and like getting new opportunities and everything, but it was more so a push from my parents' side. Okay. Definitely, yeah.
That's fair, yeah. And what about you, Mahwash?
I think for me, it was just purely me. Like, my mom was so chill. Like, I grew up in a very, like, calm and chill family, and my mom was like, whatever you do, even till day, like, I feel like she's like, you've come this far on your own, so whatever you do. And I feel like I'm grateful that she gave me that liberty from, like, even when I was 10. So she's like, do whatever you want. If you want to stay, you got in, stay. If you feel comfortable here, do it. If you want to go for it. But I feel like just the fact that we're really well connected with the institution, shout out Khan Academies, I guess. I think that helped a lot with my family. Like thinking that it's well established and well known, and they had a batch before us. Yeah. So I feel like that helped a lot with my mom just letting me go, because I feel like it's not easy to just let your 10-year-old just leave. But I think
yeah, so you guys saw each other through like growing up. You guys saw each other as teenagers, now almost like hitting your 20s. So yeah, how do you feel seeing each other grow? Did your characters change that much as growing older, or how did it go for you?
Well, that's a
deep question.
Yeah. And I feel like in my head, I sort of like divide our relationship into like two phases. Like the high school side, like the academy, as we like to call it, and like Georgetown. I think that kind of like that's what separates it for me. And I think when we were in high school, it was a big group. So in high school, her and I were not really close because it was a big group of Afghan students, and it was like we were kind of mingling with other people as well. I think what got us really close is when we came to Georgetown, and we had already known each other, and so we kind of like got even more closer with each other, and we got to know each other even better. So I think it was in Georgetown that we really understood our personalities as like individuals. And yeah.
I think I would say the same. I feel like in academy, like she said, we were a big group. So I feel like just talking about different things with different people was like, I had like I'm still very close with a lot of them, and I would go for advice for like if I needed something for a specific thing, I would go to somebody else. And then Farkhunda and I were still close, but like not as close as this. But I feel like when we came here, it kind of got a little bit overwhelming, to be honest. Like it was just like everything I had or everything I wanted to talk to, it was just her. And part of it was very comforting, of course, like just knowing somebody in a place that you don't really know a lot of people, and just it was easy to talk to. But I feel like it got a lot on her probably, and the other way. But I feel like that just helped us like find our boundaries, and like yeah.
So what would you say is your favorite memory of each other?
Ooh, when are we talking? Like high school? We have like, different phases.
I know you have different phases, but like if you just think of Mahwash and if you just think of Farkhunda, like what's something that you will never forget? You associate with them maybe.
I would say being roommates, because like I said, Farkhunda and I, we always talk about this, we're not very compatible. So that's why we never said, we always question this. We're like, if we were not situated to be friends, like low-key it all were situated. Yeah. Like we went to the school together. We didn't really know much people. We were like, we, like not that we have to be friends, but like we were just situated to be friends.
Like we were chosen, you know.
We were
like
chosen, it was like four people, and we have each other, and we always talk and yap and live together, you know. So I feel like just coming here, we just noticed that we were like, are we really compatible? Would we actually choose to be friends if it was not for all this? But I feel like just living with her, and like even in DC, it started in DC because here it was mostly like alone. And then I feel like just choosing to live together and like just those memories and of us being so different but still finding a common ground with even our lifestyles, it's very drastic. So I feel like those are my favorite memories of me putting her through hell.
No.
Low-key.
I think there's a lot that, like, it's 10 years. Like, I can't really think of something in specific, but I used to be a morning person, and maybe I'll get back into it, but we'll give it a break for some time. And I remember, and this happened on multiple occasions, even like in high school and here as well. Like, I'd wake up to like a couple like goodies or like snacks or something on my table, and it would be like a note from my friends, her and like a bunch of other friends being like, oh, we know you wake up in the morning, so just have this.
That's so sweet.
And I think this was around the time of like finals, and like when you're like super stressed and you don't know what's happening, but you just have to keep going. So I think that was really heartwarming with both her and our other friends.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
No, I love that. And I think like obviously there's way more memories that you guys share that obviously you just can't pull from the top of your head, but no, it's interesting that it's been 10 years, but let's go back and rewind to like the moment that you guys decided to apply to Georgetown. So whose decision was it? Like, was it a surprise that both of you applied? Did you guys like plan this?
Kinda. Yes. So we had a bunch of friends from the same high school that came here. So they pushed us a lot. They're like, oh, Georgetown's deadline is this time. You guys should apply. I always wanted to do econ. I did econ in high school and then politics as well. So I applied knowing that I want to do econ. And then when I got in, I was like, oh, this is very cool. I would love to go. Yeah.
For me, it was kind of different. I kind of had my mindset on other programs. But I also understood the constraints that came with my passport and where I come from. So I had to like diversify and apply to a number of different places, and like Georgetown was one of them. And it was kind of crazy because she got her admissions first, and I was like, okay, wait, now I kind of want to get in. Can they send me that letter?
I got a friend.
Oh, I think you were telling us about the package, right?
Yeah. So she got the first of everything. She got her admissions first, and like this was 2022, so they would ship your goodies,
The
gap goodies. Yes. They would ship it to students. And so she got hers first, and I was like, okay, like, where does mine coming? Like, when am I going to get mine? But no, I applied, and I think I got mine a little after her. And I don't know, I don't think we really planned it. We didn't really talk about it as much. It just kind of fell into place. Like, it was never like we sat down together and we were like, okay, wait, maybe this is a good choice for the both of us. But I think both of us individually thought about it, and we were like, okay, maybe this is the best option we have right now. Part of the reason why I chose Georgetown was also like proximity to home, and like culturally it's quite similar to where I come from. So I was like, maybe this is a good option, and also knowing that there's someone there was also very helpful.
No, that's amazing. I think like people think that always where their friends go, they're going. But like that looks like it's not the story for you guys. So,
yeah. It was partly that, but it was also not that, because like she said, she was very interested in econ, and I was also like, this is something that I kind of want to explore as well. So just ended up here.
We'll touch about the incompatibility, or like the opposites attract. A lot of people say it's a real thing. And I think like with your case, I could see like an IECO major, a CULP major. So,
wow. Okay, we're using that as the opposite spectrum. Okay.
But even like personalities wise, like I don't want to like label you, but I would say like maybe you're more introverted. She's more extroverted, and I think it's interesting that people can still have friendships despite the differences that they have. And still find like a middle ground and things to share and stories to tell. So I think it's really interesting, like the way human nature works, and you always find something to bond over if you really want to. Like there's no such thing as like, oh, we can't be friends. Like you can find it.
For sure. And I think with us, given that we know each other for so long, I think that's something that also made me constantly go back to her, because like I have friends here at Georgetown. I've made friends over the past 4 years, but she's known me prior to those 4 years, you know, like she's known me kind of like grow into the person I am today. And that's kind of comforting to know. And so like whenever, you know, I feel stuck, or whenever I feel like I really can't move on, or like I'm facing an obstacle or something of that sort, I feel like she's kind of like the best person to go to.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Not to like, you know, boost your
Yes,
ego, but like, I guess we're confessing now.
Yeah. And also I feel like even if you're different with a lot of relationships, I feel like something that I think you have to make compromises, even though like I think something we value is that we want to keep our friendship, and something that's what Georgetown made us realize is that we came here, like I said, it was like we were exploring ourselves, but also we had no one else except each other to talk to. But I feel like that goes to show like we didn't really talk about it, but I feel like we just end up going back to each other, but that came with a lot of compromises from both our sides. And I feel like relationships always work that way. So I feel like if you really value the other person, then you have to make compromises, whether that's making sure that you wake up at a certain time or the other way, or etc.
Yeah.
So I feel like, yeah, as much as we're very different and probably it would not work, but it took compromises from both our sides for us to be where we are. Yeah.
Wow, I love that. And I think like people are very scared once they move on from a different phase in life that they would lose the friendships from that phase. And I think a lot of people are also scared to change because they're like, oh, that person only knows that version of me. They don't know like the other version. And you're like, can I rebrand myself? Or like, is it over? Like, is that person going to always remind me of who I used to be?
Yeah.
And just to add to that, I feel like something other, like because Farkhunda and I grew up each other, we grew together. Like in the sense like whatever came, we grew together, not away from each other. Like it's not that even though we took our own paths, but I feel like with friendship we tried to like grow together, not that. And we talked about this as well as like, oh, friends do come and go, and that's okay. Like you could be friends with somebody for like 7-8 years, and you, like you said, in a stage of your life you grow out of that friendship, and that's okay. I feel like as long as you talk about it, you're like, oh, like we think differently, we speak differently, we have different values, and I feel like if you grow out of a friendship, that's okay. But I feel like something for us, we constantly went back and we were very transparent with it as well. I was like, it's okay if you're not friends.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wow. And do you think, like, if I can ask you for advice for people to protect their friendships, like, what would you give them? I think you mentioned, like, communication. I'm touching on, like, communication, transparency. But what is something that either of you, maybe you can each touch on this, like, individually if you feel something different. But if somebody really wants to protect their friendship and they feel like, let's say, they've grown apart, but they still see the value in having this friendship, like, what type of advice would you give them?
Ooh.
Yeah.
You go first, I think.
I think based on our experience, I would definitely say like learn that the other person can also grow individually. I think you might come as a package and you might know each other for a very, very long time. But I think because circumstances change, your interests change, who you thought you were yesterday might not be the same person you think you are today. And the same goes for your friend as well. I think just knowing that and keeping that in the back of your mind really helps with friendships and like even miscommunications. Like if they didn't communicate something to you, like I think just give it some time, you know, and realize that like, you know, people grow differently and people will have their own path. They will have their own choices. I think that's something that really helps with the friendship, but also your own peace of mind. Then you don't end up blaming yourself and you don't end up being like, oh, am I ruining this friendship or what's happening? And sort of those questions. So I think just, you know, take it easy. Yeah, for sure.
I would say give each other space. I think that would be like, again, for you to like really like discover what kind of friendship you have. It could be low-key, you don't really have to talk to the person every day, or like I feel like just giving each other space, it kind of classifies kind of your friendship, at what kind of friendship you have. And I don't know, like if there's like, I don't know, I don't really get the concept of protecting your friendship. I feel like if it's not meant to be, if you really don't click, etc., there's nothing to protect, to be honest, in my head. But I feel like if you give each other space and you really understand each other, communicate well, then it should naturally come. It should be organic. I would say space.
Yeah.
Very deep, guys. I love that advice. And I think if we look now, like you've finished 4 years of Georgetown together. So now the future is looking at us and asking us what's next. But I'm not going to ask you what's next. I'm going to ask
Thank you.
You're like, thank God.
Thank the Lord, she understands.
Yeah, no, I'm one of you guys, trust. But I think my question is, like, moving forward, both of you, maybe you'll do different paths in life. I mean, you study different things. You have different experiences, different interests. So how do you navigate like parting ways and telling each other that it's okay to just go your own way and pursue the things and still be supportive of each other? So yeah.
I think Farkhunda has it harder than me. So I think
Oh.
you should go. No,
Oh,
joking. I'm joking.
what?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I think it's something we're still navigating because like we did high school together and then we went into uni together. So like kind of like thinking about the possibility of like separating our ways is kind of like, oh, okay, like it's coming to that. But I don't know. I think we're still in that phase of trying to figure out. But also, like I said, like just realizing that you're going to have your own path. And if it doesn't fall into place, it doesn't fall into place, you know? Like, and like we're going to go our own separate ways. We're going to, you know, grow into our own, each individual personalities. And just knowing that sort of helps at times. Yeah.
I think it's really exciting. I think it's good that we're gonna, if hopefully if everything goes well, that we part ways. I feel like that's probably another test to our friendship, because I feel like coming to Georgetown was boom, like everything like on each other, like I mentioned a couple of times. But I feel like just being away, maybe that's another, like, we'll see where that takes us. Maybe we're not gonna be friends.
Let's not put that out in the universe.
Friends. No, but I think it'll be. We're also gonna be grown up. So definitely, if I'm not in Qatar and if she is, we're gonna be definitely.
Or vice versa.
We'll find our ways back to each other, I think.
But honestly, it's scary. I think no matter whether you know a person for like 10 years or like 4 years, it's scary to part ways 100%. And like I don't think it's something in our case, like it's not special to our case. I'm sure like there's so many people in our batch that are just like super scared of like parting ways with their friends that they've known for so long, and like especially the past couple of, you know, months. So I think, I don't know how they do it, but I think, you know, just like life just moves on and you find your way, and you know, you might eventually reconnect with the same person again.
But I think it's just to add to that, it's a good challenge. I feel like everybody should go through that, because I think a big part of me coming here to Qatar as a whole was so comfortable, and I think a big part of it was her. Just like I feel like coming to like a new school, you're gonna go through a lot of hardship in terms of relationships, but I never had that in mind. I was like, oh, I like every other friendships I've made was so organic, because I didn't have to think about it that, oh, like I need to make a friend, because I already had Farkhunda. So I feel like just that challenge, everybody should like go through it, and I think it's exciting that we will, if we were to part ways, it's good to like kind of struggle a little bit and just be out of your comfort zone. So I think I'm excited to kind of delve into that, struggle a little bit more. Or struggle in general, I guess.
Wow, she loves the struggle.
She loves to struggle.
She's jumping for it. She's like, give me. I think a lot of people are scared. Like, a lot. I think I've met a lot of people who do identify themselves as like a package. Like one of them would not go where the other doesn't. Like, and sometimes I'm like, wow, that's so interesting, because like a lot of people are very like individualistic, like very independent. But then there's the people who like need the support system. They need their duo, their trio, whatever it is, like they need someone. And like even applying to things and doing things, they do it collectively together. And that's sometimes something I criticize, but then I'm like, yeah, some people just need that. They need the support. They need like this type of system in place. But I think I also want to ask about like, and this is natural to the human experience. Like, I'm not saying that this is something negative in the sense that people compete, right? So if I were to ask you guys, like, did you ever feel like you were ever competing with each other? Did you feel like you were always just each other's support, since you're studying very different fields? Yeah.
I don't think I would say we competed each other, but I think I would say that we were viewed by other people to be to be each other's competition. I think, you know, like going through like a whole scholarship program and then just trying to get selected and everything, and then doing that all over again for university again, I think that certainly makes people look at you a certain way. I don't know. I don't think I would say like we were personally competing, but I think in terms of like other people seeing us, that might be something that they would think about. Yeah. But I never thought about that question.
I don't think we ever saw each other as competition.
I think a lot of people think about like the starting point, and they think like these two people started the same, like the same. So where are they ending up, right? People ask, and people are like questioning. But I mean, obviously to you, you're living it, so you're like,
Yeah.
I have a different experience. Like, why are you even comparing us? But
Yeah.
I'm assuming like family, friends, right?
Yeah.
Like they just look at the starting point. They're like, they start from the same place. Where are they both ending up?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it doesn't have to be like competition. Not always in the sense that it's negative. Like sometimes it pushes people to like do better and pursue better things, and maybe like a healthy competition is always good to like make you achieve and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in high school, probably, I think we did have a healthy competition, right? Yeah.
Maybe.
Just because, I think just because we were like
In the same.
put on a spotlight, all actually not just us, all of like the Afghan kids, and like what you're gonna do next, etc., etc. So I feel like Farkhunda and I, we tried to like get get somewhere all together, but none of it taught together though. But yeah, I think we did have a tiny little healthy competition in high school.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Not in
fair.
Georgetown. I don't think in Georgetown. Just because we
Our
studied
interests
such
are
drastic
so
things,
different.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Like once you enter different fields, it's different. Like it's not the same. So
Yeah, it's not the same.
it's not the same timeline, I guess, of things. But
But I do get your point with like family. I
That
feel like
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like whenever I talk to my mom, like also my mom only knows you and we've been together.
And my parents only
all
know
the-
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, what is she doing? And
Yeah.
like, guys, stick together. Like, do everything together. Like, move on together. I was like, no,
Yeah.
maybe
Like-
not. But I feel like from that perspective, yes, I feel like my family, or like the way, like you said, they see us as people that started something together and then we want to move together and head to head, but yeah,
Wow.
never,
I'm proud of you guys for making it here and for keeping your friendship. And I want to ask if you have any words to the past Farkhunda and past Mahwash.
Oh.
The person you met, like maybe 6th grade, 7th grade. Let's say, like, yeah, it took you some time to grow that friendship, but if you were to look back at the person that the one beside you became and talk to her past self, what would you say?
Like in reference to a friendship or like in individuals?
Like maybe the way you saw her grow as a person, the way you saw your friendship grow together. Yeah.
What would you say?
to you.
Wait, to me or to herself?
To your past- to your
To your past
Past
self.
self.
Okay.
I feel like to Mahwash, I would say I'm glad she was really confident. I feel like sometimes if I go back, I want to get that confidence back. I would say whatever. Now as well, I'm very unhinged. I say whatever, but past Mahwash was crazy.
Yeah?
she would say whatever. So I would say I'm glad that she is that, and like the fact that she was very confident. And I think I don't want to say this, but I think I was a great friend always through and through.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
So
Why would you not want to say it?
Own it, girl. Own
Yeah.
it. Own it.
Be confident.
Okay, sure. But I feel like I something I did in school, and I'm glad I did that, and I still have it. Is just I took all my friendships it looked at each friendship individually. So I'm glad I did that. With Farkhunda, I had something different, and with my other friends. So yeah.
Yeah. I think in addition to that, what would I tell my younger self? I think just like take it easy. Like things are going to work out. And something else that I realized this specific year is like how loved you are by the people around you. Like there's always going to be people around you that appreciate you for who you are, like literally who you are. It has nothing to do with your credentials. It has nothing to do with like what score you got, what major you're doing, whatever that might be. Just for who you are. I think realizing that, I don't think I kind of grew up realizing that, because like she said, we were in the spotlight and we were constantly like being told to get a specific grade in order to get us into a specific university, or in order to get into a specific program or things like that. So I think I personally would always measure things in terms of like numbers and in terms of like achievements, but just taking a step back and realizing that like there's people that are going to support you and love you for who you are, no matter what. I think that's something very important that I think younger Farkhunda needs to remember. Yeah.
No, very, very good. Very good messages to your past selves. And since this is going on record, like,
Oh.
I don't know when you're going to watch this again, but
In
maybe
10 years.
Yeah, maybe a letter or a few words to your future selves. I would love to know what you would say to
Ooh.
future Farkhunda and Mahwash. You can direct it to your future self or future Mahwash, whatever.
I hope I'm somewhere stable. I feel like I said, I hope we both are somewhere stable. I feel like this goes without saying. Like, we come from, like, a place that's like we like being very realistic. Like we really can't
Go
go back to
yeah.
or like look back, which is really sad. Hopefully, our children could, but we really can. So I'm hoping that we find stability somewhere else, but that's in Qatar or somewhere else. So I'm hoping that future Mahwash is stable.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually, the future Mahwash and Farkhunda are stable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope we're still together. I hope we're still in touch. That's one thing for sure. Because I think we've seen each other grow through so many, like through thick and thin. So I'm really hoping that we still keep that up. But other than that, to me personally, what would I say? Oh, you have something to say?
Go get that med degree, girl.
let's not even.
Sorry.
But just go after your passions. I
Yes.
think that's something that I've realized over the past couple of years, that like no matter what you do, you're always gonna want to do something in specific. At least for me, I think. So I think just making sure that you make that happen, because you owe it to yourself. I think somebody told me this the other day, that like you owe it to yourself to like at least try to kind of go after what you want to do. So I think, I hope you're doing what you want to do in the future. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hope you guys will be in a good place. And they say distance like drives people back. So sometimes it makes...
let's 10 years. In 10 years, let's find out.
No, people miss each other. Like the distance makes you closer. So I definitely think maybe that'll be the case for you guys. But yeah, I'm proud of you for like, first of all, representing Afghanistan, for being women, strong women that go after their dreams and their education and don't just give up and like not pursue what they want to pursue, and being a good example for future Afghan women and females. So I'm proud of you guys, and thank you for your time and for even agreeing and proposing this idea, actually.
Thank you for making it happen.
No, of course. This is the closure we need. This is the closure we need.
So sweet.
But genuinely moving forward, like I hope all the friendships we make at Georgetown and for the class of 2026, like I hope we all stay in touch. Life will happen, I know. Sometimes it's hard, but I genuinely think like if you put the effort, it will happen, and we're only a message away. I hope people don't change their numbers or block us.
I think they're already starting to change.
But let's stay in touch and take care of each other. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Ramaz. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of GQ Speaks. We hope you've gained valuable insights and inspirations from our conversation today. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to follow us on our Instagram page at GQ_speaks, and be sure to leave a review on Spotify to show your support.